We're going to get started. I'd like to say a huge thank you for you all for joining us today and making it to the correct venue. I know we've moved venues this year, and we've had a few people come and say, I turned up at the wrong one. But we've gone to a new venue, a bigger venue, because we need to fit more people in. We've grown again this year. We've got more telcos here, more service providers come along. So really excited to have everyone here today. I'm here to do kind of welcome and introductions before I hand over to our team. So I've got a few things I need to run through first. But first off, I just want to say a massive thank you to all our sponsors. With all of these events, we can't put these on without our sponsors taking part. And it is always fascinating hearing what they're doing in the industry, how they're changing, what are they bringing from a technology standpoint to you guys in the audience. So thank you to everyone for taking part and sponsoring the show. Today, it's a new venue, so it's quite an easy floor plan to understand. We are in this room, as you can see, on the left, and then everything else is down here. This is where our sponsors are, in here. And then in the afternoon, we're going to be breaking out. We've got a little round table room here for extra sessions, but it's all in one place, so if you get lost, it should be fairly simple to understand where you are. Agenda. We've put together a pretty broad agenda here, but really kind of putting a lot of interesting topics together around the topic of enablement. So Patrick's going to be leading off with a keynote looking at the enablement market before we jump into some of our keynotes from the likes of Zoom. And then we're bringing some of the three of the biggest platform providers in our space together, Microsoft, Zoom, and Cisco, to talk around how they're unlocking growth through these marketplaces coming through. After that, we'll hear from Microsoft, giving us a vision for the future of what they're doing, before we're going to hear then from Patrick and Finbar talking through some of Cavell's latest enterprise research, looking at the buyers, IT buyers across Europe and North America, of how they're integrating technology, integrating voice into different platforms, and what value they're gaining out of that. After that, we're going to jump into our Cisco's keynote. I've seen it up there. We haven't had a keynote from Cisco for a while, but there's some fascinating insights that they're going to be pulling through, putting a challenge to the market that it's not all going to cloud, and there are other options out there as well, before we then dive into our enterprise panel. And we've got to thank Tom Arbuthnot, who many of you will know, who's brought together three leading organizations to hear from IT buyers and CIOs about really what are they seeing on the front line to bring some of that together. In the afternoon, you'll hear a bit more from me. I'm going to be talking around AI and then bringing some of the leading MSPs into the conversation around how they're deploying and also monetizing AI services. This is possibly one of the hottest topics that we get, and I'm very glad that I got to choose it as the one that I'm leading. And then after that, we're going to talk around, what platforms do you need to take? Do you need multiple in there? Some of the leading telecoms providers across Europe, I'm going to be talking through that as well. After that, we're going to have a little break, and then we're going to break out and talk around contact center, how that's coming out, how CCaaS is bringing out from there. Finbar's going to be taking us through some of Cavell's latest research on that, before we jump into some of the contact center vendors and MSPs talking around what they're doing. After that, to close off the day, you'll get to hear from all of Cavell's analysts, so you'll get a chance to ask us questions, hear from us what we thought was most interesting things and where we're seeing the vision from the future and how that's changing as well. We have got two partner roundtables today, so if you want to come along, there is, in the lunch break, Operator Connect roundtable, and then a Zoom Partner Exchange one in the afternoon break as well. Come and hear what they're talking about through there. And then throughout the day, there is going to be a Slido running as well. So if you've got any questions, please use the Slido to ask us those, but also there'll be polls running throughout the day, so take part in them. Scan the QR code, it should come up, and you can answer some questions throughout that. So that's how it works. So house rules, please take your seats before the session starts, and keep your phones on silent. Take photos, take videos. We have no issues with that. And if you need to take a call, please leave the room before you do so. We want you to engage. We want you to listen. We want you to talk. So please jump out, and if you need those conversations, and please stay in the room if you need. I see a hand up. Yes. So there will be, take photos of the slides, but after the event, there will be a survey that comes out, and if you want the slides from the sessions, you can download those from there. So that's how you access them, but obviously take photos if you need and share on socials. Cavell team, you'll see us throughout the room. There are Daniel and Delina who are organising it, and then Chris and Umar. If you've got any questions about any of our products or what we're doing, please speak to them. And after that, I'm going to hand over to Patrick Watson, who's going to kick us off with our first keynote. So thank you very much, Patrick.
Thank you, Dom. Clicker? Don't need that.